Imagine a power, not flight, not invisibility, something far more useful, the power of being wrong. Yes, you heard that correctly, being wrong, it sounds like a weakness, a flaw, a terrible failure, but is it truly? Let's explore this idea. We are often taught to strive for right, to aim for constant perfection. But the universe itself doesn't operate that way. It is wonderfully messy, full of trials. Errors are not mere exceptions, they are integral to the process, the very fabric of discovery and learning. Think deeply about this for a moment. Consider the world of science. Its heart beats with bold hypotheses. Many of them turn out incorrect, sometimes wildly, spectacularly so. Where does this fear begin, this anxiety about being wrong? Often it starts very early, in our childhood years. Think back to school, red marks on a paper, a raised hand, a wrong answer, the subtle shame that followed. These moments leave their mark. They teach us something powerful. We learn that wrong feels bad. It can mean disapproval, or perhaps even ridicule. So we start to avoid it. We play it safe with our answers. We might hesitate to ask questions. What if the question is silly? What if I expose my ignorance? This fear begins to build walls around our natural curiosity. This fear doesn't just stay in school, it follows us into adulthood. It shapes our behavior. In meetings, we might stay silent, fearing our idea isn't perfect. In relationships, admitting error is hard. It feels like surrender, like loss. This learned aversion to being wrong, it can significantly impede our progress. Admitting you are wrong, it can feel uncomfortable, like stepping into cold water. But what happens next? Often something remarkable. A door opens in your mind. You create space for new information, for a different perspective. This is not weakness, it is profound strength. Imagine a scientist, their experiment fails. The hypothesis was incorrect. Is this a dead end? No, it is a vital clue. The universe is speaking, it's saying, try looking over here. Each mistake refines the search, it carves the path to discovery. Being wrong is how we learn to navigate. This process isn't limited to labs, it applies to everyday life. Tried a new recipe? It flopped. You learned what not to do. Made a poor decision at work? You gained experience. Section 4. Intellectual humility, a cosmic perspective. There is a concept. It is called intellectual humility. What does this mean? It means understanding your limits, knowing that you don't know everything, that you know everything. The universe is vast, infinitely complex. Our individual knowledge is a tiny island, in a boundless ocean of mystery. This is not a sad thought. It is a wonderfully liberating one. Think of the greatest minds in history. They were often acutely aware of how much they didn't know. This awareness fueled their curiosity. It drove their relentless quest for answers, for understanding. If you believe you have all the answers, why would you ever seek more? Certainty can be a comfortable prison. Humility is the key to its door. Intellectual humility allows growth. It allows you to listen, truly listen, to ideas that challenge your own, without immediately becoming defensive. Section 5. Ego, the gravity well of rightness. Why is it so hard to admit we made a mistake, to say I was wrong? One powerful force is at play. Our old friend, the ego. The ego loves to be right. It thrives on validation, on feeling correct, superior, smart. Being wrong feels like a threat, a direct hit to its carefully built image. The ego constructs a narrative, a story where we are competent, knowledgeable, rarely if ever mistaken. When reality contradicts this story, the ego scrambles. It defends. It might rationalize the error, or blame external factors, or even deny the mistake entirely. Anything to protect that feeling, that comfortable illusion of rightness. This need to be right. It can become a heavy burden. Imagine carrying a shield, a very large, cumbersome shield. Section 6. Beyond certainty, the horizon of growth. When we release that tight grip, the grip on needing to be right, something transformative happens. Personally, we become lighter, more open, more curious. We approach new ideas not as threats, but as opportunities to learn. Imagine the mental energy freed up. When you stop fighting to defend a flawed position, that energy can fuel real progress. Collectively, this shift is powerful. Imagine a society where admitting error is encouraged, where changing one's mind based on evidence is seen as a strength, not a flip-flop. Think of the collaboration, the innovation that could flourish. When ideas are tested openly, without fear of personal attack, progress accelerates when we learn together. From all our mistakes, shared openly, accepting our fallibility. It is not a sign of defeat.